Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You know you're on with Bert and your boy Lanny, the Dividend Diplomats, and we can't wait to talk to you about a stock that is down over 25%. That's a dividend aristocrat, baby.
Oh, we are pumped up. We are amped up. We are ready to go talk about this undervalued gem that has been a hot topic in the dividend growth investors community. But before we do, smash that subscribe button, everybody. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Maybe give it one later after you hear about the stock. See what you like. You know, we appreciate all the support. It's been a great journey so far on YouTube, and we can't wait to keep bringing you more news about dividend growth stocks and reaching financial freedom.
Guys, we know that the market is still insanely volatile right now. S&P 500 not only broke below 4,300, but they actually did break below 4,200 recently. At the time of this video, it's actually down at 4,170 right now here on March 8th. Everything, all our support goes out to Ukraine, everything that's going on over there. Obviously, everybody's feeling the price at the pump as well. I know I just watched the price per gallon where I live go from 320 to 340 to 360 to $4.10 today. So this is causing an uproar and a shift in the stock market. Bert, what else are you seeing?
No, it's just kind of crazy when you zoom out and look at it over the last 52 weeks. Now the stock market's a lot closer to where it was 52 weeks ago at 38.75 than it was at its high 52-week high of around 4,800 to start the year. So it's crazy to see just how much the stock market has fallen. But if you recall all of our videos towards the end of last year, remember how frustrated we were, Lanny, when the stock market just kept climbing and kept climbing? We couldn't find undervalued stocks to buy. That is no longer the case anymore. We continue to see various dividend stock opportunities. We both found so many that we each have two separate watch lists there, and those are the two videos we pumped out this week that featured 5 different dividend growth stocks to watch, and this may be another 6 new company to bring to everyone's life. So, Lanny, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Guys, we've got this dividend growth stock here. This stock is down over 26%. The commenters have been really spitting this ticker symbol all over the comment board, the discussion board below our videos. We felt it's time. It's time, Bert. Should I do it? Should I do it?
Wait.
Fine. The Dividend Diplomats are here to talk about air products and chemical, ticker symbol APD. Now, this company is about 48 billion in market cap, so they're not a small company by any means, right?
No, they're not considered a small cap company or even a micro cap. That is a nice, juicy, large cap. The fun fact is, whenever we head over to each other's house, we pass a massive APD shop right by. It is huge. It takes up a lot of space. There's a lot of stuff going in there. So it's always exciting when we get to drive by and see a company we can see every time we go to hang out and record those videos in person.
Right there on Quigley. So, again, we're talking about APD, and they're actually down, at the time of this video, over 26% year to date. And, you'll see a blog post come out here later in the week as well at the blog. APD, again, it's a dividend darling. People love owning APD. And the funny part about Air Products Chemical and buying this stock is it's always a historically higher price stock. I mean, in fact, the stock is down about $100, not just 26% from their last 50 or year to date, but they're actually down $100 since their high, because their high was about $316 in the last 15 weeks. So this stock is down about $100 to $218.77.
That's absolutely wild. And when we start peeling back the metrics here, you're going to see that they're getting ready to cross some other interesting thresholds that are just going to make them that much more appealing to dividend growth investors alike. Don't want to spoil it for you because you need to hang tight and see the end of our screener, but just know down $100 per share, getting ready to cross another big dividend investor milestone there for the company. A lot of great stuff to like for this dividend aristocrat.
Exactly. So, when we were looking at this stock as a stock to buy right now during this, volatility, a stock to buy here in March of 2022, because again, it's very rare to see a stock trade at this level, at this multiple. We did look at the Dividend Diplomat stock screener for APD stock. One, looking at that price to earnings less than the S&P 500, which is about 25 times earnings. Two, that dividend payout ratio has to be below 60%. Give me something safe, something that also, lets me know it's going to grow in the future. Third, that dividend growth. Give me a stock that is making my income grow faster than the price of the pump, baby. Last but not least, Bert, what else do we take a look at?
That dividend yield. That's the bonus metric. After we look at the first three, we always consider the yield. Ideally, we like to see it above the S&P 500, and that's what's yielding between 1.3 and 1.5%. So, all right, Lanny, let's jump in here for APD. Let's start this off here. Remember, these are stock closing prices as of March 8th, 2022. Their price to close was $218.77. Forward earnings per share per Yahoo Finance at $11.69 gives you a PE ratio of 18.70. Yeah, nice little golf clap there for APD.
Guys, that may seem still a little high, but it's actually not. I mean, they historically are trading in the 20s on their price to earnings ratio.
If you think that's high, you are wrong.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, honestly, and this is where it's during these times where you can start buying a little bit more quality with your dollars. Again, not to say that we're not buying quality, with Leggett and Platt or buying Starbucks stock or Unilever stock, but this is where a little bit more quality comes down to earth and you could start buying these stocks, right, Bert?
Yeah, I was even going to say Starbucks as an example of it, because that's why they popped up on the watch list. Even though their PE ratio we're seeing now is in the low 20s, it's still undervalued compared to its historical levels, which are closer to that 30x. APD has a very similar story. Not the cheapest, but typically a higher PE ratio. Now you're seeing it at much more lower affordable levels.
Yeah, exactly. And to get into that second metric, that payout ratio that Bert and I love, I mean, gosh, this dividend stock pays us $6.48 per year, $1.62 per share per quarter. Taking that over the earnings expectations of, again, $11.69, that dividend payout ratio is perfect. It's at 55%, B.
Nothing more to say. Falls right in the middle of our perfect payout ratio range. So big check box there. There's not much more to elaborate. It's a perfect payout ratio. How freaking exciting is that?
They keep half of their net income, and then they send out the other half back to the shareholders.
So let's move into that third metric, the dividend growth history. Well, we've mentioned that they're a dividend aristocrat. They've increased that dividend for 40 plus consecutive years. And what's great about this company is their 5-year dividend growth rate is outpacing even these high inflation numbers that are today. It is double-digit 11.83% 5-year average DGR.
And their latest increase, I think, was a cool 8%. They went from $1.50 to $1.62. So I think if my number or my math serves me correctly, I believe that's an 8% increase. So during still this pandemic, during this volatility of 2022 we've had, APD just increased that dividend 8% this year. So again, hard to complain about that. Plus, as Bert, you said, 40 years of growing their dividend. They're on their way to they're already an aristocrat, but they're about to be a dividend king here.
Yep, they're closing in on it. So let's look at that bonus metric, the dividend yield. This is the benchmark they are getting ready to cross. They are very, very close to crossing a 3% dividend yield. Their current yield is 2.95%.
Guys, 2.95% with an above average dividend growth rate on average of 11.83. That's real solid.
You know what's crazy, Lanny? You said they fell $100 per share this year. Entering this year, that dividend yield was at 2%, and now it's almost 3% there. That's why this company is just popping up on everybody's radar as an undervalued stock to buy.
Exactly. To summarize them real quick, they had a price to earnings of just above, right below 19 or at 18.7, payout ratio at 55%, dividend growth streak of 40 years, growing the dividend on average over 11%, with a dividend yield that's approaching 3%. Bert, what's your take here on APD stock? Is this a stock to buy right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is definitely worth a stock to buy, and it's worth it. It's earned a spot on everyone's watch list, and especially your extended dividend stock watch list, to your point, isn't the cheapest company right now, but it's an undervaluation to where it is historically. I don't think you would be kicking yourself at all 10 years from now for saying, I'm happy I initiated APD, even though it wasn't the cheapest stock at that time. So yeah, if you say I'm going to come in and start building 1 share, 2 share, 10, however many, I think it's a great beginner position for someone that's looking for a long-term dividend growth stock. What about you?
Yeah, this is a stock that you do want to buy and hold forever for sure. The APD stock. I've always been curious. I wonder how we sound. I wonder if people just listen to our YouTube videos instead of watching. I wonder how we sound, when we're just talking about dividend stock. So, curious on people's feedback here. Do you watch us or you just listen? Let us know in the comments. Air products come on. I have a lot of companies in the chemical space. I've got Lyondell Basel, I've got Dow, and in my wife's account we have Eastman. So, I think this is a great dividend stock to own. And
Yep.
if you don't have exposure and you're in that, I need that 25 plus years at least of a dividend, increase to be in my portfolio, APD is right up your alley. I mean, it's as great of a dividend growth stock as I've seen.
Hey, we both feel great about it. So let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. Are you buying, watching, or are you just avoiding the stock altogether? If you haven't already, also please subscribe to our channel. Give this video that nice thumbs up. Again, thank you everyone. Let's keep going. Let's keep building those income producing assets and reaching financial freedom.
Guys, that was another dividend growth stock analysis in the books. That was Bert and this was Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.